Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Green Engine Media's Enjoying Chronicles student series. This is episode 6. Today, I have a special guest, our first female guest on the show. She's a fourth year mechanical engineering student called Ownie Hachipuka. So we'll just be asking her a few questions about herself. But let's get to business. So please, Ownie, can you just tell us a bit about yourself? Who is Ownie Hachipuka? Why?
Alright, so just as you have mentioned, my name is Ownie Hachipuka, and I'm a fourth year student in mechanical engineering at the University of Zambia.
Right. Okay. So when I say who are you, what are some of the things that someone can identify you with as not just a mechanical engineering student, but what are some of the things that you love the most? Where I say, all right, this is Ownie, this is how I know her.
Alright, I think, saying from like what I know, I think I'm an approachable person, easy to relate to.
All right.
Yeah, many people I feel find it easy to relate to me. I'm not a difficult person, so I think that's what makes me. Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's interesting. So, what inspired you to pursue engineering, specifically mechanical engineering?
Okay, so initially it began with an interest in engineering. So I was very interested in knowing how things like work, say for instance, watch or DVD. That started from like when I was very young. But I didn't really decide at that point that I wanted to do engineering. It was, I think, after grade 12 when I had finally made a decision to say I want to do engineering and specifically mechanical engineering. Yeah, because I find mechanical engineering to be something I'm interested in, something innovative, and something I think I can grow in the future. Yeah.
All right. That's really interesting. That's really interesting to know. Okay. So wait, before I go to the next question, apart from mechanical engineering, from the 5 departments that we have in engineering, which one, if I were to say I remove mechanical engineering from your options, what would be your next option?
So when you say 5 departments, which one? Because
okay, there's agriculture engineering, there's mechanical engineering, of course, electrical engineering, and what's this? Geomatics. I think there are 4 departments, if I'm not mistaken. So from these, which one would you choose apart from mechanical engineering? Oh, sorry, it's civil. So that makes it 5.
That's a tough question. Is mining on the list?
Mining. All right, yeah, okay, put mining there as well.
I think I would go for mining because I think it's something also closely related to,
mechanical
my
engineering.
interests. Yeah.
My interests. So, all right, okay. All right, so what are some of the challenges you faced so far in your pursuing the career of mechanical engineering?
Okay. It hasn't been very easy. Like it's really tough. Yeah, it's not something that you can just do without putting in effort. So it's been really tough to move from one step to another, from like first year, second year, third year. Yeah, it's been really rough. But well, we're here.
Pushing, huh? 48. All right. Then you being a female in a male-dominated industry, how is that? How can I put it? How does it feel being in this industry where 90%, I would say, is it 90 or 85% of the people around you are guys, and then maybe let's say 20% or 15% are ladies?
To be honest, it is intimidating. And you hear a lot of stories where people say maybe men are more considered because they're more flexible. And even if they maybe had to have a family, they're not responsible like for taking care of the family, the kids. So you find that people will say many employers would prefer men. And I would say naturally guys are better at mathematics and physics, these sciences that we get to do in engineering. So it is intimidating. However, despite it being intimidating, I feel like things are much better nowadays in the sense that women, girls are given a platform, like are able to express themselves and are encouraged to pursue these careers that are like male dominated. And for me, I've come to understand that it's just about putting effort. Yeah, you push yourself there, despite it being as intimidating as it may be. It's up to you to just prove yourself, like to prove yourself equal to the task. Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Interesting. So, have you ever been involved in any projects within the School of Engineering? Not just mechanical engineering, but overall, because when you go to second year, that's general engineering, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then there's third year. That's when you branch into the field you want. Then there's fourth year and fifth year, which is the program you're doing, of course. So, have you ever been involved in any projects or programs?
Not really. I haven't. But I think it's a good idea for people to be involved in project because it gives you a broad idea of what's involved in engineering. So I would encourage other people to be involved. But I feel like I still have time. There's still part of fourth year and fifth year, so I think I can still be involved in something.
From the projects.
Yeah.
Right. So from the projects you have seen, I know you have seen a couple of projects in school. Is there any project that has caught your eye? Let's say if you were to want to do any of those projects, you'd say, okay, I want to get involved in that.
I haven't really thought about that. I think the reason is because we haven't yet reached that level where we start doing projects and presentations. But I'm sure coming the end of this year and next year, I should have a project in mind.
Project in mind, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, by projects, I also mean that's programs within school. In engineering, let's say maybe there's this kind of event or something.
Okay.
There's this. I remember. Is it last year? Last year there's this event lunch hosted by these female engineers. They had an event by what's this annex? So not LT, and I think we're invited. We covered the event. So would you be interested in such things?
Yeah, I would be, and I think I have attended one, just that I cannot remember exactly. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So, go to our fifth question. What's one of the most proudest moments you have achieved in engineering so far?
Okay, for me personally, I would say one of the proudest moments or one of the proudest things to achieve is to be here where I am right now. It hasn't been easy, like it really hasn't been easy. And I'm sure if you've asked anyone, they've told you of the many things that are involved in engineering. And some things might even be discouraging. Say, for instance, the challenges we face, the way the tests are set, the assignments, the labs, all those things.
The lecturers want to fail you, huh?
Yeah, it could seem like that sometimes. So I'm really happy to be here. Yeah, and I really look forward.
Just transitioning to reaching fourth year itself is an achievement. I agree with you because mostly school, you'd find that mostly students are involved in the different activities, right? And it's different from high school because high school is just all right. You go to class, first period, second period, you go home. But in university, you find yourself in an environment where you're involved in different things. So it's not just that you're on a book always. It's maybe you have to see friends, you have to do this, you want to go and watch a movie and everything because your time here is more a bit flexible. Your freedom I think you have a lot of freedom here in university. This is why some students find it difficult, is that because there are other programs that they can get themselves involved into, right? So I think we'll be taking a break. We'll be taking a break. We'll be back shortly. Thank you very much. We're back from the short break and almost wrapping up this interview. Let's continue with the second segment. All right. So from the first half of the interview, I asked you about some of the challenges you faced, but I just forgot to ask, how did you overcome those challenges, and what's your advice to fellow students, not just female engineering students, but also male engineering students? How can they overcome those challenges?
Okay. One of the challenges, let me just get back to the challenges.
Yeah.
So one of the challenges I said is that school is not easy. So even though I'm in fourth year right now, the journey has been rough. My academic performance has not always been the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, like the ideal way, the, what can I say, A plus way. Yeah, there are times when things would be bad. I would get bad grades. But one thing is I never allowed that to discourage me. I kept on pushing myself until the end. Because for me, I believe the end is the examination itself. So I may write a test, I may not do well, I may write another test, I may not do well, but I wait for the exam. And I kept on pushing myself, and that made me keep on understanding what I was learning. So I would also advise people out there, those who are in first year especially, because things in first year, they're different from things, the way things are in grade 12, yeah? The way we learn, the way lecturers will handle you, and many people give up. I've seen many people give up at first year and end up doing something maybe that they don't want to do, or even just stop completely. So things are going to be hard, things will be tough. No one is perfect, nobody knows everything. The best thing you can do is keep on pushing yourself. Yeah, keep on pushing yourself until the exam. Things do get better if you have hope and if you have confidence in yourself. Yeah.
Right. So you mentioned something about first year being different from high school, right? So what's your opinion on this? What do you think makes first year? Sorry. What makes first year, I would say, a bit challenging for the average student that transitions from high school to university? What makes it a bit difficult? In your own opinion, not the way people say, no, it's a different environment. What do you think?
All right. From what I've come to observe, the things you have to cover in first year are a lot. And lecturers will not take their time to make sure you understand like the way it would be back in school, where maybe a teacher will give you an exercise, they'll mark it and see how many people have gotten things correct, and those who have failed, then try to make those who are not doing well understand. No, there are a lot of things, and it's really hard to catch up. Yeah, you find that maybe in one lecture you cover 2 topics. Yeah, things are really just bulky, and that's what makes
it a bit difficult.
Yeah, that's what makes people even feel discouraged. So the time test 1 is coming, you haven't understood a lot of things, you end up failing, then you get discouraged. Yeah, that's what I've come to see.
All right, no, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, and what do you intend to achieve in engineering, mechanical engineering specifically?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, obviously I'll be done in school. So if things go well, I manage to get a job. I see myself starting with working in a mine, maybe Copperbelt somewhere there, having like I see myself in a leadership role. Yeah, being a leader that is able to work with people, various types of people, being competent, being equal to the task, being reliable. Yeah, that's what I see myself doing.
Okay, and actually we forgot something. We didn't ask you where you're from exactly.
I'm from Copperbelt, Chingola.
Chingola. Oh, okay, interesting. Copperbelt, Chingola. So that's why you intend to work.
Yeah, things go well. I would like to start from the Copperbelt, even somewhere Solwezi, Northwestern, but that's not where I want to end. Like from there, I want to keep on progressing. But I think the journey will be much clearer when I'm there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons you said if for that question I asked, saying if mechanical engineering was not your option, you'd go for mine engineering.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you're from the Copperbelt.
Maybe.
What's with the stereotype?
No, there's no stereotype.
All right.
My first option is mechanical engineering. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me just ask this away from what we're saying. Why do people think that everyone from the Copperbelt is some sort of a savage? Like, all right. Right now I'm surprised, right?
Yeah.
You're from the Copperbelt and Chingola to be specific, and that's where people that are deemed to be having savage attitudes. Like for myself, I'm from Kitwe, and Kitwe, Chingola, and Fleo. People think people that us that come from those areas, we are some sort of a savage. What's the stereotype? Is it just because of the way the Copperbelt is? What do you think?
I think it's because of the gangs. The gangs that we used to have back then. Yeah, and these illegal miners making news and all that, and people will think as if that's the way everybody is. And even just, the way people, the copper language, the way people speak Bemba and all that. Yeah, but I don't think that's the case with everyone. In fact, I think Copperbelt is even much safer than some of the places I've been in.
That's what I tell people, right?
Yeah.
The thing is that very long. Let's go back 10 years or 15 years back. The Copperbelt was very dangerous at time. We had gangs like Tokota, all these guys. But now it happens that it's way more safer. At home, I can move around 23 hours from at my place. I can move around, but here in Lusaka, I don't think I can do that.
It's actually dangerous
Can do
here.
that. So what do you think happened to some of these guys, the savages? What do you think happened to them so that they stop?
I think it was intervention from the president, but I'm not really sure. I haven't really dived into that, but I think there was some intervention from the president. Then some of them got arrested, and things quieted down a bit. But I wouldn't say things are very quiet, but I think it's safe compared to some of the other places I've been to within Zambia.
Okay, that's nice opinion of yours. But my opinion on that one is that some of these guys, the same guys, the gangs, what happened is that they changed. They realized that us doing this doesn't make any sense after the president intervened. So now what happened is that these guys, they started doing illegal mining and everything. They started going in these mines. So today they're still there, but you find them in these mines. They just don't beat people around because they know they have families to take care of. Yeah. So the Copperbelt is safe, guys. And we have 3 minutes before we wrap up these questions. So we wrap up this interview. So we are going to our last segment, our new introduction, and this is just something that we just came up with along the interview. So with me, I have 4 pieces of paper, and these 4 pieces of paper have unexpected questions that are out of the blue, I would say.
Okay.
So you are expected to pick 2 from these 4, and I'll read these questions out to you so that you can answer them. All
right.
Yeah. So please, what's your lucky number?
I think I'll go for 2 and 4.
2 and 4. Interesting. Let me read them out. I was preparing these ones. I forgot what they were about. What?
That's 3.
Oh, it's 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, even numbers, huh? What numbers? Okay. Okay. What's your favorite sport? You're a lady, and most people have stereotypes as well. Say ladies are not involved in sports. So, what's your favorite sport?
I like playing board games. I don't know if that's a sport though.
Yeah, it counts as a sport.
Yeah. Okay, when it comes to sports, I don't know if, as I said, board games are part of it, but I like board games, and I also like going to the gym. Although I haven't been doing that lately because of school. Yeah, time. I don't have time. Yeah. So my favorite board game is chess.
Chess.
But I'm not good at it. But I hope to be good at it.
We have a guru in our team, Mr. Joma Bumba. He's very good.
Really?
Yeah, that's very good. The guy behind the camera.
Oh, then you should teach me.
These are excellent guys, eh? Excellent.
Okay.
And number 2. Let's put number 2. I said these are flexible questions, but next time, the next guest, I warn you, we're going to ask hard questions, tricky questions. So, who is your best friend? You know the reason I put this one is because you said you relate well with people, right? So, if you relate well with people, let's say fellow female engineers, maybe guys, I know that anyone can be your best friend, but which one among those people you hang around with, which one do you think this one is a friend? This one is really my best friend. Or everyone is your friend. Which one?
Okay, I don't think I have a best friend like in the engineering circle. Some of my close friends are people who are doing other programs. Say for instance, my roommate, she's a very close friend of mine. We do have deep discussions on different matters. Yeah, and she's under the School of Economics.
Economics.
Yeah.
Different programs. Opposite attract, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're wrapping up this interview, being the first of its kind, having a female engineering student on the show. We hope to have more. Please encourage some of your friends to come on board.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. This has been Enjoying Chronicles Student Series, episode 6. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our socials, Facebook, soon on Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you very much. Goodbye.